Hello. It's 5 a.m. We're on our way to the surgery. That's my sister. She's taking me. My boyfriend's back there, Isaac. He's not a morning person. But
Don't look into his eyes.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on how it goes. Fingers crossed everything goes as planned. About to get my surgery, have an IV in, haven't got any of the drugs yet, but just talked to the anesthesiologist. He says this is the last thing I'm gonna remember, and then I'm gonna wake up and be like, when's the surgery? They're like, it's already done.
I am the main caretaker here today. Her life is in my hands. Please pray.
Bye. So today's actually day 4 of recovery. I didn't really film a lot after my surgery, and here is why. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, when I got my wisdom teeth out, you wake up, you're a little loopy, you're saying some funny things. You're not really in pain because I got the nerve block, so my nerve was blocked, so I couldn't feel any of the pain for the next 12 to 14 hours. But oh my gosh, was I wrong. Literally the first thing I remember, they had the breathing mask on me and I was throwing up in it. Like, I was vomiting the entire next day. I was so, I just felt so sick. I think they gave me a little bit too much anesthesia. It was not fun. So the first day I literally was just sleeping and vomiting the entire day. Hence why I didn't film a lot. So here's a picture of me after my surgery. Honestly, it's kind of scary. My lips are so white. So another thing that we weren't really expecting was a part of the actual surgery itself. I went in expecting an ACL tear, but he did tell me MRIs aren't at 100%. If he goes in and sees that there's a tear in the meniscus, they're gonna have to put some stitches in the meniscus, and that's gonna add 4 to 6 weeks onto my recovery time. And I had to have a stitch in my meniscus. So there was a tear. I got 3 stitches total in my meniscus. So this means I am off my leg, totally not weight bearing for at least 2 weeks. I think at 2 weeks I get to go to 50% weight bearing. So that just means I can't put any weight on this leg because those have to heal. And it also means I can't bend my knee past 90 degrees for the first month. So that's just complicating things as far as me going back to living at my apartment alone. I have a roommate, but mainly alone because I can't crutch around and carry food back to my room or make dinner. A lot of it is really hard because I'm gonna have to be fully on crutches for a month. So we weren't expecting that because usually after ACL surgery, you're on crutches until you're walking normally again, and that's usually a week. So it's definitely complicated things a bit. But everything else with the surgery went as planned. I have my graft in there. I went with a patellar graft, so they took a piece of my patellar tendon from the front and put it where my ACL is. They drilled a hole in my femur and my tibia and used these calcium hooks to thread the graft through where my ACL would normally go. So everything with that went fine. Just wasn't expecting the meniscal tear, but here we are. It happens. So now I want to show you guys post-surgery stuff that I didn't know about. It's actually the next day. I just pretty much rested and worked on some schoolwork for the rest of the day. But let me show you guys what post-surgery life is like. So I'm currently staying at my sister's and her husband's house, and they both went to work today. So today's my first day alone all day, but don't worry, I've been set up with everything I need in this one corner of the couch for the whole day. So over here, I've got my ice machine hooked up. If you hear a sound, that's gonna be my ice machine pumping. It does 1 minute on, 1 minute off. This is a lifesaver. They're probably gonna tell you need this after surgery. It just circulates ice cold water throughout the brace and just ices your knee, and honestly, it's amazing. And then you also get these little socks that you have to wear after surgery to prevent blood clots. Because no matter what kind of surgery you have, you're more at risk for getting blood clots, so you need to wear these little socks and you need to do heel pumps like this so you don't get blood clots. And then I'm also wearing on my injured leg a compression sleeve just to compress the bruising. And then I've got my lunchbox for all my food for the day that my sister made me, a backup water bottle, a second backup water bottle, a like number one water bottle, some coffee, some snacks, the TV remote, the light remote. This is a pillow that's also a cup holder. My boyfriend bought me this for Valentine's Day like a few years ago, and I had no idea how much I would need it for this surgery. Over here we have my laptop. It's resting on my CPM, which is the machine that moves your leg for you, and I'll show you guys what that looks like, my leg in it. And you like adjust it. So right now I'm going from 0 degrees to 65 degrees, and I move this up 5 degrees a day just to keep from building scar tissue and keeping that range of motion. So this is me getting into the CPM. You gotta like scooch up here. Okay, put your foot in the foot thingy, strap yourself in, get the hip strap, start it through here, get it caught on something, that's crucial. Then strap your hip in, and today I'm gonna set it to 70, going up 5 from last time, yesterday, and start. So now, very slowly but surely, this will bend my leg for me. I'm supposed to do this 6 to 8 hours a day. They say it doesn't have to be all at once though. I can like do it while I'm sleeping. I can split it up. You can also change the speed on here. This is just the speed they suggest. It's a nice leisurely speed where you don't really think about it. You could do other things while this is happening. Watch some TV, crochet, embroider, knit. Boom, that was 0. And now we're back up. Beautiful. I've got a little trash can and some paper towels. I also have my pain meds over here and some Tylenol because I'm easing myself off those right now. So I'm doing 12 hours in between on the narcotics. And so to ease that transition, I've got some Tylenol over there. Don't use ibuprofen because it's a anti-inflammatory, and that will really bring down the swelling. And swelling is the first step of recovery. So you want some of that swelling. It's good, but not too much. So now I'll show you guys some of what my leg looks like. So if you don't really want to see what that looks like, then just skip ahead a couple seconds. So here's my leg. I've got a really good amount of swelling like on my thigh and some serious bruising in the back. I didn't know why all the swelling was right here, but then my PT told me that's where they put the tourniquet so you don't like bleed out. And I guess they put it really tight because I'm very swollen right there. Let's look at the actual knee. If you don't want to see what this looks like, just fast forward. But my stitches actually look really good. No infection or anything, knock on wood. But that's what it looks like. This is where they took the graft, so that's why I have a pretty big incision. And then everything else was done with micro tool thingies, so it's minimally invasive. So there's only a few places where they actually use the tools. This was just to get the graft out. And then I don't know if I can show you guys, but underneath my knee is the craziest bruise. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh my god, yeah, it's the craziest bruising. But I mean, that happens. You just went through trauma on your leg, so yeah. So right now I'm just chilling with the brace off. Here's my brace. You really should be wearing it most of the time. Whenever you're walking around on the crutches, you need to be wearing it. And at night you need to be wearing it. Well, at least I need to be wearing it right now until my doctor tells me otherwise. But it's okay to just take it off just to chill if you're not moving. Give your leg a little break, because as my leg keeps swelling, the brace is becoming tighter and tighter and more uncomfortable. So now let me show you guys what I'm going to be working on in PT. So the first couple weeks since the whole meniscus thing, I'm not going to be doing a lot of stuff because I still need to heal. So my main goals are quad activation, range of motion, building up my hip strength. So here's what my flexion looks like. I can't go past 90 because of the stitching. Oh boy, that hurts. So that's just kind of what it looks like for now. My extension is okay. Can't really show you like exactly what it looks like because I'm not on a flat surface, but it's like near zero. My range of motion actually looks pretty good for this early on, so that's good. So I'm just working mainly on quad activation, and y'all, it's crazy when you have surgery, your quad just like shuts down. So you're just working on getting that to fire again. So I'll include a little video from my first PT session, which is the day after my surgery. So this is gonna be my life for the next like 2 weeks. Oh, awkward, you can see me editing this video. So my next video will probably be like a 2-week check-in. I get my stitches out in 2 weeks, so if you wanna see that, comment down below. That might be a little too much. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Day 1 of recovery. Believe it or not, that was really hard.